Do you believe J.J. Redick when he said he and LeBron had no contact about the Laker job? Start with you, Smitty. Everybody in the chat, drop it. Do you really? This is why I don't like, and I said start with you, but I'm just going to take over. This is why, now I'm really going to get your answer first, but I'm just going to give you a statement on this whole topic. This is why I don't like, this is why I don't have respect for this dude. And I never have since he's talked about the plumbers and the firemen. I never will either. He pays no homage to the old school heads that would have fucking lit his ass up back in the day. Here's the thing. Don't start the job off being a liar and fake. Like, don't start the job off being a liar and a fake. You're going to really have us out here believing that you do a podcast with the dude and then fess up and say, I talked to him for 15 minutes on the phone prior to being hired, but that was it. You notice he didn't say what they talked about? Well, why'd you talk to him for 15 minutes, dog? Right. This shit don't even add up. And here's the cold part. Trust me, I'm a person that's been through this. Right now, JJ's being loved because he dropped 2 fuck bombs. He's being loved right now because he said, I don't really fucking care. Yeah. And he also said, what did he say? It's none of your fucking business or something like that. So everybody's like, yeah, we like JJ cussed. All right, JJ, be careful what you ask for. In about 2 weeks, you'll be the most hated motherfucker on the internet. Take it from me.
How you know?
Yeah, exactly. I was loved. Damn, that motherfucker stand on business. He cussing everybody out. 2 weeks later, that motherfucker should be in jail. How we talking to them black kids? Internet's funny, homie. Be careful what you ask for, JJ. And I'm just watching that shit like, God damn, I'm seeing fake all through it. Like, you can't be faker, homie, because the thing is, real recognizes real, and the players playing are already gonna. I'm just telling you right now, before it even started, he lost. He fucking lost already, dog. And I'm like, God damn it. If the cussing would have been genuine, and I would have been like, damn, JJ, okay. It was forced, homie. It was forced, and I'm over it. But anyway, what is your take? Do you believe that? The question is, do you believe he spoke or didn't speak to LeBron before getting the job?
I wish I had my bucket hat with me right now. I would put the hat on because this is nothing but cap. If this was facts or cap segment, this is a straight cap, 100% by JJ. To his defense, what is he supposed to say? Yeah, me and LeBron, man, with the last 2 months we've been talking about this and putting together a plan. He's been going to Jenny Buss and Pelinka and pitching me as a potential coach, and he told me he would love to have me. And the whole reason why we did this podcast in the first place was to show our relationship and show how our mindsets are similar on the court and how we could benefit each other. I mean, he can't say that, JB. He can't say that. So he tried to come up with a lie that would still sound somewhat believable. That's why he was like, you know what? We didn't speak until 15 or 20 minutes, after I got the job, right before I got the job, or when I got the offer, we spoke then, and then that was it. He knew he couldn't go out there and be like, we never spoke at all. Because then it'd sound kind of like, all right, bro, y'all friends, you got a podcast. I mean, so he had to throw out one little line. We spoke 15 minutes after I got the offer. Okay, to try to make it sound realistic. It's hard for me to believe, bro. That's why I got to put the cap on that y'all never. Like, this is your boy. Like, I'm not even necessarily mad at you for talking to him. I'm just like, I know you did. If my boy was kind of helped me get a job, we spoke about it. Duh, that's obvious. Like, I didn't rather you be like, yeah, of course we spoke. And it is what it is. He's trying to protect LeBron so LeBron don't have to like worry about, facing those questions. He's trying to protect, his bosses now, Rob Pelinka, Jenny Buss, because if he goes out there and admits to him and LeBron talked about it, now this just no longer do we have to guess and assume who's running that organization and making those decisions. Now we know and have clarity of who makes those decisions if he goes out there and admits that him and LeBron had already spoken. So that's what it is. It's cap. It's easily cap. You could tell he was trying to really think about what to say in that situation. But, I mean, it is what it is. I mean, I don't know what he was supposed to say.
Here's the thing I got. Here's the issue I have. Okay, back in the day, there was tampering.
Yep.
Don't tamper. Don't tamper. You can't tamper. Blah, blah, blah. This is a full-on literal reason they put the rule in. So don't sit here and tell me that these cats haven't talked when they. So here let me give you a little example of what I mean. So I got charged with 8 felonies in Kansas after I left the shithole town, came home to California, bought a new house, find out on Facebook, my agent calls me and says, hey, you got 8 felonies charged. And I'm like, yeah, whatever. And I move on. Well, it was true. And the cowards charged me for some bullshit for still, we don't know why. It's all a witch hunt. Well, I beat it, of course. But here's the thing. Do you know the judge, the main judge in that town, had to recuse himself because he was a friend of the program of mine. So he couldn't hear the case.
Because he would be naturally biased, right?
He knows me.
Right.
Okay, that is a real thing. So I'm just throwing that out there. That is a real thing. So
it's a little different though, but I give
no. Because in football, in the NFL, it's the same shit. The NFL tampering rules. Guess what? Kirk Cousins just got fined, and the Atlanta Falcons just got hit for it. And there's an underlying thing called conflict of interest. There's conflict of interest, there's tampering, and there's these rules in place for a reason. The motherfucker did a podcast with them that should have automatically, which is why I said it's all smoke and why they didn't make the announcement earlier, because they couldn't, in my opinion. I think they had to have a cool down period. This is the funniest shit of all of them right here. Like, let me be honest. I think Bailey in this, our producer Bailey has a better resume coaching. You have probably coached some sort of kids at something, even at fucking YMCA. I bet you there's 1,000 guys in this chat that have coached high school, JUCO. I know the head coach at Chaffey College right now is a much better coach than JJ Redick. He's a legendary JUCO coach who also coached high school to some state titles, who's coached a lot of NBA players. I know for a fact he's better than that. This is the resume that got this dude the Lakers head job. I'm just telling you.
But how many of these guys who you just named in the chat and me, you, whatever, have actually played at this highest level? That's the difference.
Steve Nash played at the highest level. There. Who was a better player, Steve Nash or JJ Redick?
Steve Nash, 2-time MVP.
How did it go?
It was quick. It was short-lived.
Oh, I'm just throwing it out
there. But he also to Steve Nash's whatever. Like we put all the blame on Steve Nash. Cool, he's the head coach. He was dealing with some divas, man. James Harden came there out of shape, wanted to leave after the year. Kyrie got hurt. Like, it was a lot of shit going on.
Speak on it.
I'm saying it was a lot of shit going on, man.
Yeah, speak on it.
That Kyrie, KD, James Harden, this combination just didn't work. KD wanted to just play ball, didn't want to lead. Kyrie that was a more immature version of himself. James Harden came out here out of shape and said he wanted to be there. A year later, wanted to go to Philly.
Yeah, get it. Hell yeah. All that. Break that shit down. Hell yeah. Thank you for making my fucking point, homie. A guy who's never coached. I'm hearing the same rhetoric right now about this dude. And this is the thing I keep hearing. What you just said. Everybody in my DMs and Twitter and Instagram. Coach, you're going to eat your words. He know basketball. He was a hooper. He's smart. Have you heard him talk? Knowing basketball and coaching it are fucking galaxies apart. Knowing basketball and having a basketball IQ is galaxies apart from leading men, millionaire men, who are already the most egotistical, money-hungry, driven humans on this planet. You have no clue what it takes to get those men from point A to point B. I don't give a fuck if you're the Albert Einstein of basketball. You have no clue what it takes to lead men and take them from point A to point B. Period. And now you just said diva after diva. He has LeBron James, homie, who's known for getting coaches fired every year. He has AD, who's as clear as soft as glass. And you got the most fucking prima donna fan base in the Basketball Association. The LA Lakers, who are the most fair weather fans, soon as the Lakers lose the first week, they're going to be Clipper fans. And then if JJ goes on a 10-game win streak, those same Clipper fans will be Laker fans the next week. This is what we do in LA because we lost a football team to St. Louis some 20 years ago, and everybody stopped liking NFL football in LA. And it was evident, Smitty, because LA comes back home to the Rams and win a Super Bowl, and they have a parade in downtown LA, and 30 people showed up. Come on, man. Like, this is what I'm saying. This is a fan base unlike any JJ you've ever been around. LA burns cars and buildings down when the fucking Kings win a Stanley Cup. Hockey! LA will burn your house down if you lose games in LA. Go watch and ask the Dodgers. Go to a Dodger game and see how many motherfuckers get smoked every night. I'm just telling you, this is not Cleveland. This is not fucking Detroit. This isn't fucking New Orleans. This is LA. Just be ready. Just be ready to come at me later and say, damn, he sure knew basketball. Yeah, but he fucking don't know how to coach. There's a huge difference. There's a huge difference in leading men. He's not going to go out there, Smitty, and just write up the prettiest plays and everyone's supposed to just buy into it and say, all right, that's a hell of a play. I've never seen it. There's two things going on, Smitty. First of all, he draws up the best play ever. They go through it, and the shot's missed. Okay, shots missed, right?
Yep, happens.
So the result didn't happen. The result didn't happen from the beautifully executed play.
Right.
So we don't know how good the play was because it didn't go down.
Right.
Okay, so now guess what we have to do? This guy has to get that team that missed the shot on the beautifully executed play by the genius Albert Einstein himself, JJ Redick. Now he has to get that team back in transition on defense to get the ball back to do another beautifully executed play that he wrote up because he's such a basketball icon and savant. So they don't go back on defense. AD falls down, breaks his fucking pinky toe. And now we have guys that don't get back in transition. Then we got LeBron sitting at that side, D-Lo on his cell phone. And then we're saying, damn, JJ knew basketball. He coached fucking AAU. And that's who you hired. See, there's a difference. Coaches don't really understand. That's why Mike Singletary couldn't fucking coach. This is why, in my opinion, Deion Sanders is struggling coaching.
We don't know yet. We don't know yet.
Well, fuck, it's been 4 years. He hasn't won a major game. So this is what I'm saying. We are still trying to figure out. I don't understand why all you guys out here continue to bring up these examples. I love when you say Steve Kerr. And I love when you say Jason Kidd. They were GMs and coaches prior to being a head coach. Why are you comparing them? He has one comparison, and that is Steve Nash. And it was a fucking disaster. And this is exactly what it is again. This is what it's going to be again, too. And then, by the way, Steve Nash's IQ is through the roof. And guess what? Steve Nash was a far better player. And guess what? Steve Nash actually won MVPs. So if we're going to really compare, Steve Nash's was a no-brainer hire over this guy. And guess what? I would have rather hired Steve Nash, who at least had the experience dealing with a prima donna fucking group already, back again for a second time. But no, we go to a guy that has a resume of this.
Before we move on, let me ask you this. What would JJ Redick need to do this season, to make you flip, to make you be like, damn, all right, he proved me wrong?
Nothing.
Is it championship or bust?
No, because I would never put that on someone like that. Because I'm a coach. I'm a fucking realist. Here's the thing. It doesn't matter how good he is and how I just pointed out a million different reasons why. But the roster's not even fucking close, Smitty. The roster's not even close. What's he supposed to do? Go out there and play? The roster is not even close.
Agreed.
Oh, let's just be honest. It doesn't matter. That's my point in this thing. So if your roster is not close. Now, there is a difference, Smitty, if I inherit, the Nuggets. Let's say something happened to Coach and Coach Malone, and he had to take out a year. Remember when Luke Walton stood in for Steve Kerr?
Steve Kerr, he lost one game, I think. Yeah.
Okay, lost. Was he the fucking greatest coach ever? Remember when Luke Walton took a job he never coached before? And this motherfucker was like, holy shit, should Luke Walton be the coach of the year? No. The team is the NBA's best team. It's not close. And those guys move on to Luke Walton was on the sideline like this, Smitty, the whole time. Steph, go in. Clay, come in. Draymond, go over there and play defense, lock down the guy. Steph, you and Clay, you guys go to the perimeter.
What'd you say?
Hey, coach, we're down 3. Hey, Luke, we're down 3. They don't say coach, they call him by first name. Hey, Luke, we're down 3. Give me the fucking ball, Luke. All right, Steph. Hey, just move. Everybody clear out. Get the ball, Steph.
Why? Hey, no matter what he say. Why his arms crossed just like this the whole time? No matter what he say.
Yeah, everyone, let's go. Let's go home. That's what the coaching was, homie. That is what the coaching was by Luke Walton. Luke Walton just fucking coached you to a 1-loss record. And by the way, that ain't this roster. This isn't the fucking Lakers roster.
As of right now, though, we might make some moves this offseason.
What moves can you make, to be honest? Give me a show. So LeBron's back. Luke's back. I mean, AD's back. Give me the roster. Break it down. Exactly. There ain't nobody out there, homie.
Donovan Mitchell.
Nobody out there.
Donovan Mitchell. Zach LaVine. I'm just throwing names out there.
Donovan will go back to Cleveland. He got rid of the coach because it's player empowerment. He got rid of the coach already, so you know he's staying there. They're going to give him a big bag.
Paul George,
the most injured playoff player. We want Paul Del Peak to come. He had his chance to come to the Lakers.
He's better than Austin Reeves as the third guy.
Fuck that.
He's better than Austin Reeves as the third guy.
How about we go get younger, homie, and go get some athleticism and shit that we already fucked up by when we let go Brandon Ingram and when we let go of Kuzma and when we let go of Randall and we let go of fucking all these young guys who are now ballers and hoopers. How about we keep some young cats for once? See, there's a problem. These motherfuckers starting over every year, Smitty. They could have already had this roster and been this Golden State type of team where young, athletic. But
we got a ring though, so now it's like, damn. If you get a ring, it makes everything worth it. You know, if we didn't win, I'll be with you. But we got the ring.